If this video found you, it may be because your thoughts never stop. You think ahead, replay past moments, and prepare for disasters. Anxiety feels like control, but in truth, it steals peace. This is your invitation to rethink it. Maybe people told you, just relax. If only it were that simple. Anxiety isn't laziness, it's overdrive. Your mind runs fast, searching for certainty. But the faster it runs, the more restless you become. I know. I lived this loop. I used to think therapy was useless. Why pay to hear calm down? Then one therapist did something different. He handed me a myth, Orpheus, a simple story that revealed the root of my anxiety, and it hasn't left me since. Orpheus was no ordinary man. He was a poet, a musician, someone who felt deeply. He loved Eurydice, but lost her tragically. His grief drove him to beg the gods for her return. They agreed on one condition: don't look back. Imagine walking out of the underworld, the woman you love following in silence. You can't turn. Doubt creeps in. Is she really there? Or are you walking alone? Fear swells. You glance back. She vanishes, forever lost. At first, it looks like a story about grief, but it's more. It's about anxiety. Orpheus could not handle uncertainty. He needed proof, and in seeking it, he destroyed what he wanted most. Isn't that what anxiety does to us? Anxiety is an alarm. It rings when the future feels unclear. Not danger, uncertainty. Some hear it and move on. Others panic, obsess, control. The alarm isn't the problem. The problem is our desperate need to silence it. Over time, we build habits around fear. We procrastinate to get it right. We spy to be sure. We overthink to stay safe. Like Orpheus, we keep checking. But every glance back costs us peace. Anxiety thrives on this loop. The myth asks, are you moved by love or fear? True love trusts the silence. Fear cannot. Orpheus's tragedy reveals ours. When we let uncertainty dictate every step, we lose more than we protect. That's the price of control. Modern life makes it worse. News, politics, bills, endless feeds, uncertainty everywhere. If anxiety feeds on the unknown, today is its feast. But the myth of Orpheus offers a lesson. Peace isn't in knowing, it's in trusting. The way out isn't killing anxiety, it's changing how we relate to it. Not erasing alarms, but refusing to obey them. Not demanding certainty before moving, but walking forward anyway. That is the practice of living lighter. But how do we actually do this? That's the question that froze me for months. Then I discovered Taoism, an ancient philosophy built around this exact struggle, and it offered me the missing key, Wu Wei, action without forcing. Life is a river. It bends, crashes, twists. We suffer not because it flows, but because we cling to its banks. Anxiety screams, hold tighter. Taoism whispers, let go, move with it. Flow doesn't erase chaos. It carries us through. Think of bamboo. In storms, it bends but doesn't break. Rigidity snaps. Anxiety makes us rigid. Taoism teaches us flexibility. True strength is soft, adaptable. To flow is not weakness. It's survival in a world of change. We like to imagine we are fixed identities, labels, roles, perfect images. Uncertainty threatens those statues. But Taoism says, you are not marble, you are water, always changing. When you fight change, anxiety grows. Flow shrinks it. Even language divides us. Right, wrong, success, failure, love, loss. But life is not boxes. It's paradox. Both sides exist together. Anxiety grows when we reject half of life. Taoism asks us to hold both. Flow embraces the whole. Imagine Orpheus again. What if he had thought, I don't know if she's there, but I'll keep walking. That small shift would have saved him. That same shift can save us. from letting fear of uncertainty destroy what we love. This doesn't erase fear. Fear will still come, but fear doesn't have to rule you. Anxiety whispers, "What if?" You answer, "Maybe," and step anyway. That is courage. That is Taoism. That is the secret Orpheus never learned. Here's the radical truth. You are not separate from the river. You are the river. Stardust flows in your veins. Galaxies spin inside your breath. Control dissolves when you realize you were never outside the flow. You are the flow. From this view, peace shifts. It's not dominance, it's alignment. You don't need certainty to walk. You need presence. You don't need proof to live. You need flow. Anxiety loses its power when you stop bargaining with life. So when the alarm rings, notice it. Don't fight. Don't obey. Just see it, then move. Don't look back for proof. Don't freeze for guarantees. Keep walking. That is how you pass the test Orpheus failed. That is Taoist practice. You will stumble. You will look back sometimes. That's human. But each time you resist the urge, you grow stronger. Trust, like a muscle, develops with practice. And once it grows, trust is heavier than fear could ever be. Every anxious thought tempts you to control, but peace lives in release. Release the grip, release the need to know, release the illusion of control. And in that space, calm appears, not forced, not earned, simply revealed. So the myth becomes a mirror, Taoism becomes a map. Together they teach, uncertainty is not enemy, it is life. Fighting it costs us everything. Flowing with it gives us freedom. That's the hidden philosophy of anxiety. Next time doubt whispers, look back, pause, breathe, keep walking. Let the unknown remain unknown. That single act is rebellion against anxiety's rule. And in that rebellion you find freedom, not later, but right now. This practice isn't about perfection. It's about persistence. Each small step forward without certainty breaks the cycle. Each breath of presence is proof you don't need control to live fully. That's the way out of the loop. Ask yourself, where do you demand certainty? Work, love, identity? What if you loosened just a little? That is the doorway. The river doesn't ask for control. It asks for flow. That's where peace waits, beyond the grip. Fear will always exist, but so will courage. Anxiety will return, but so will trust. The cycle never ends, but your stance can change. Walk with fear, not behind it. Flow with life, not against it. That choice is yours. You are Orpheus at every crossroads. Each anxious moment asks, will you check or trust? His story warns you. Taoism guides you. Your choice completes the myth. Walk forward. Do not look back. That's how peace begins. So, breathe. Exhale. This breath was never guaranteed, yet here it is. Proof that uncertainty can carry life. If you can trust this moment, you can trust the next. One breath, one step, that's enough. More than enough. Remember, you are not fragile marble. You are water. Water flows around rocks. Water carves mountains. Anxiety freezes statues, but water keeps moving. Flow past fear. That's your strength. That's your secret to calm. Even storms belong. Taoism teaches us to bend, not resist. Wu Wei is action without force. The storm doesn't stop, but you don't break. That's the lesson. Strength is not rigid. Strength is flexible. Be bamboo. Flow. Life is paradox. Loss and love. Fear and courage. Chaos and beauty. To demand one without the other is to suffer twice. Flow means accepting both. Anxiety demands certainty. Peace welcomes contradiction. That's freedom. So where are you resisting flow? A project? A fear? A relationship? Anxiety wants control. Taoism invites release. Try loosening one grip today. That act is small, but rivers are carved by drops. Begin with one release. This isn't about escaping pain. It's about suffering wisely. Orpheus suffered blindly, clinging, demanding. You can suffer differently, by walking with uncertainty, not against it. That's not erasing pain, but transforming it. Notice how anxiety wants certainty before you act. Flip it. Act before certainty. Let movement create proof. That reversal rewires the mind. Action without guarantees builds trust. That is the practice. That is the cure. You don't need to be fearless. You need to be willing. Courage isn't absence of fear. It's choosing despite it. Orpheus chose fear. You can choose trust. That choice is always here, always available, always yours. Imagine the freedom. No longer chained to guarantees. No longer frozen by doubt. Walking forward even with trembling legs. That freedom is not far. It begins now, in this moment, with your next choice. Flow or grip. Your story is not fixed. It's not carved. It's water. Flowing, changing, shaping. Don't cling to old endings. Write a new one. Orpheus lost Eurydice. You can save your peace. That's the power hidden in this myth. Maybe today your step is small. Sending a message, finishing a task, letting silence sit. Celebrate it. Drops form rivers. Steps form journeys. Flow is built in pieces, not leaps. Every small act is proof of trust. Anxiety is not weakness. It's proof you care. Fear shows you value. Taoism doesn't erase fear. It reshapes it. Fear becomes a signal, not a sentence. Let it guide you, not chain you. That's how you walk lighter. Orpheus wanted to secure love forever. In doing so, he lost it. We repeat his mistake when we clutch too tightly. Taoism teaches love without chains, life without guarantees. The truest devotion is letting go. So when fear whispers, check again, pause, smile, keep walking. Let the unknown remain unknown. That act is strength. That act is flow. That act is yours. Anxiety cannot win when you choose presence over proof. What if Orpheus had trusted? He would have kept her. What if you trust now? What peace might return? The myth is not frozen in the past. It lives in you. You carry its ending. Don't waste it on fear. Rewrite it. Let the myth echo in your daily life, at work, in love, in silence. When anxiety rises, hear the river. Flow, don't grip. That mantra carries you through storms. Flow is surrender, disguised as strength. Practice it. The Taoist truth, you don't need certainty. You need presence. You don't need to control outcomes. You need to walk with them. That's enough. That's peace. That's the hidden secret Orpheus missed, but you don't have to. So live like a river. Flexible, strong, unbroken by storms. Flow around rocks. Don't demand the future reveal itself. Enter it. Don't cling to the past. Release it. Anxiety is ice. You are water. Melt. Move. Flow. This is your chance to live lighter. Not by erasing fear, but by carrying it differently. Not by demanding certainty, but by trusting flow. That's the way. That's the practice. That's the secret to calmer living. If this story spoke to you, share it. Someone you know is stuck in their Orpheus loop, looking back too much. A story can break the spell. Pass this one on. Let's walk forward together into the river of trust. Comment below, what is your don't look back moment? Where can you choose trust over doubt? Share it. This community grows through honesty. Your story may help someone else keep walking. Your words matter. Subscribe if you want more. Here we blend myth, philosophy, and mental health. Ancient wisdom is not old, it's survival. Each video is another tool for living with less fear. Join us. Let's keep learning to flow. Remember, anxiety thrives when you demand certainty. Peace grows when you walk without it. Orpheus warns you. Taoism guides you. Your choice completes the myth. Walk forward. Flow with life. That's the hidden cure. So breathe. Release. Step. Flow. Simple words. Hard practice. But practice is enough. Every step forward, Even trembling is rebellion against fear. Every breath is proof. You don't need certainty. You only need courage. Thank you for staying until the end. Few do. That patience is rare in a restless world. Carry it with you. When the alarm rings again, remember this story. Don't look back. Flow forward. Peace is waiting in the river. This is not the end of anxiety, but it can be the end of its grip. Don't demand certainty. Flow with the unknown. Breathe, release, step. That is freedom. That is calm. Subscribe, share, and let's keep walking forward together.